Hi, I'm Brian from Atomic-Moto, and I'm here to do a dogfight on the Gaerne SG-10 and Gaerne SG-12 boots. Now, these are two world-class and famous models, and they're some of our favorite boots out there in the market. We're going to give you the breakdown on the differences between the two. Let's get started. All right, let me dive into this. Now first, you see I have two SG-10s here, two SG-12s here. One of them is dirty, that is because it is my personal pair. But I'm going to start with the SG-10. Now this boot comes in sizes 6 through 14, pretty broad size range. It's sold in US sizes. It's currently sold in 7 colors, but that is subject to change. Gaerne brings in and discontinues various colors at different times. They always run a solid black and a white though. Now this boot weighs about 4.8 pounds, 4.79 to be exact for this size 10 here. It has a welt sole, 4 buckles, and a single pivot mechanical hinge. Has a good amount of memory foam padding on the inside and a pretty clever system for adjusting the buckle to accommodate people with large calves up here. You can basically move the position of the buckle. As you can see, this one is on the original, more rearward position, and this one is moved a little bit farther forward, and that allows you to open up the upper part of the boot to accommodate the larger circumference of people with large calves or knee braces, etc. The SG-12 is approximately $430 as of the filming of this video. It comes in sizes 7 through 14, and there are some half sizes that this boot is sold in. It comes in a 9.5 and a 10.5. This boot weighs 4.8 pounds also for a size 11, about 4.68, 4.69 pounds for a size 10. So it's a tiny bit lighter than the SG-10, but again, very, very similar, probably vary almost that much from one pair to the next. The SG-12 has a dual pivot mechanical hinge, also has 4 buckles, and has an adjustment system here to accommodate larger calves, but it's a little bit more technical, a little bit more sophisticated. There are 3 screws, and that allows you to detach the shin plate, move it over to a different position, and open up the circumference of the boot, not moving the buckle, but actually increasing the size of the upper part of the boot around your calf. Both boots fit wide. That's, I'm sure, one of the reasons why you're watching this video. We get a lot of people that call us up and say, hey, I need a boot with a wide foot, and Gaerne has a reputation for that. It's a well-deserved reputation. Both boots fit wide, and if you're wanting to know which boot fits wider, that is the SG-10. Pretty simple reason why. This boot has not only a little bit larger toe area. Gaerne really worked, I'm going to try and put these two up side by side so you can see. Gaerne really worked to make the toe of this not just lower, but actually narrower so you can get in tighter against the bike. And it has a little bit more padding on the inside. The SG-10 is a little bit more normal sized in the toe area, and they removed that memory foam padding in here, so there's a little bit more room to spread your toes out. Now, I want to reiterate, between the two, the SG-10 is wider, but the SG-12 is still pretty darn wide. I have a wide foot, particularly on the left side, which is about 3/4 of a size bigger than my right. That causes a lot of problems with fit, and the SG-12 accommodates me in my wide left foot quite easily. As far as the protection of the two, man, they're so far above most everything else out there. And then simultaneously, they have such easy flex that are good for dual sport and adventure touring, not just off-road riding. But they are so far beyond most other motorcycle boots that, generally speaking, when we ship a pair out and a customer gets them, you know, they're always a little nervous ordering online, but they get them in, they put these 2 pairs of boots on, either one of them, and it just exceeds their expectations. This one a little bit more. As far as the other differences in the boot, there are some subtle ones, but then a couple of significant ones. The subtle ones first. Now this uses a little bit more PVC and less plastic, basically up the shaft of the boot, where the SG-12, this is all plastic. This piece is plastic, this piece is plastic. There's just a little insert of PVC here. What does that do? It makes the shaft more rigid for impacts that come at the side of the boot, like a bike falling on you or getting run over, quite frankly, which happens from time to time. Hopefully it doesn't happen to you. Now, there are a couple of other little differences that really bear themselves out when you use them on the bike. Now this mechanical hinge on the SG-10 is awesome. It's very smooth, flexes very easily. The boot has a lot of support, but it actually has a nice, easy support. This boot, the mechanical hinge on it, is better. It is phenomenal. Its dual pivot hinge makes the flex of it just so smooth and so easy, even right out of the box. And in addition to that, it has this really cool feature that took us a while to discover. And I'll see if I can show you here. It's kind of hard, but the hinge on the SG-12 actually has a little bit of lateral movement built into it side to side. Not a lot, but it actually gives you a little bit of flex. It's got some built-in lateral movement to it, and that allows you to move around side to side on the motorcycle without rolling up onto the sole. And again, this is something that's not really apparent. You don't see it in the bullet points, you don't really notice it right away, but when we were screwing around with these two, prepping to do this video, you just get a little bit of give in there, and that is a really cool feature because it's really smart. It facilitates moving around on the foot pegs a little bit better from side to side and not rocking on the boots. The other thing is the feel of the two. Now they both feel outstanding. There are several models in the premium boot category that do that. The SG-10, SG-12, the CD Crossfire 2, CD Crossfire 3, those boots are all outstanding pieces of footwear, and we think they're just great. We love them. But this one definitely has a little bit more plushness and a little bit more quality feel than this one. They're both good, but if you're to compare them back to back, and you don't have the need for the extra width of the SG-10, you will prefer the fit of the SG-12. Is there really one or the other that you choose? Well, it's probably down mostly to the fit, your desire for the quality feel, and of course your budget. But I will say, you can't go wrong on either one, and that's the best way to sum up our opinion in this dogfight of the Gaerne SG-12 and SG-10. Hope that's been helpful. We are Atomic-Moto, www.atomic-moto.com, home of the bombers. Thanks for tuning in, and we hope to see you out on the bike.